So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the sculpting. So this is really where this is what we would be doing if you're going to be taking the course. If you're coming, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a collectible from start to finish. I'm giving you modules every week. So it's not just a live class where I'm just doing stuff. The live classes are focused on your work. And so you'll submit your work as a ZTL only. I don't want any ZPRs. No ZPR. ZTL only that you'll send me. And then we'll spend 20, 30 minutes or however long it takes to focus on an area that you're having a problem and kind of just reveal that to you. And then, you know, you'll sculpt it on your own. Okay, so this is what basically what the live session will be like. Okay, so this is from Gord 666. You do have things sculpted in. You do have some knowledge of the muscles and everything, but you need a little bit more understanding about it. Okay, so I know this is a werewolf, but I'm just going to go straight human anatomy, right? I'm not a aficionado on werewolf anatomy. Okay, so let's take a look. Just overall, like I would definitely use this and see, you know, like the shape of your leg. You can see how straight it is, right? See how straight this is. On your tibia, you're going to have a curve on the inside here, right? So your tibia is going to come from here, and it's going to go straight to your ankle. And then your gastrocnemius needs to be dug in. And your gastrocnemius is coming from the right place behind your knee, but it just needs to be finessed. So you do know these things, but you need to understand them at a deeper level. Because you're marking in all of your all these muscles here, but the shape of it you're not really understanding. You're understanding their placement, maybe where they begin and where they end, but you need to understand their form. Okay, so this is a vastus lateralis out here, and this is going to take up about that much space. And the big thing that I have with this leg is that everything's flat all the way up to the oblique. So what you need to have is you need to have a fascia here going in, so that way your leg, your vastus or your rectus femoris here should be coming from your anterior inferior iliac spine right here, right? So should have it here. It should be going basically right under the anterior superior iliac spine. Right there. You have a tensor fascia latae in here, but it needs to just needs some more finesse. It needs more shape to it. Hold on 1 second. All right, so your vastus medialis right here is a little angular, and it should be a little bit more round. The edge of it is going to reach the very top of your patella or your kneecap, right? So your kneecap is kind of bulgy. And what you need to do is kind of start off with a shield, right? So right here, because your knee isn't all of this, right? These are tendons on each side, and your knee is just going to be this piece right here. Okay, so we're going to have a little shield here that we're going to start off with, block that out. Okay, and then you're going to have your patella ligament right here that's going to attach to the head of your tibia. And then you're going to have the femur, or what's it, patella tendon here attaching to your rectus femoris right here. Oops, too aggressive. Right around there. Okay. Is everything all right in the chat, Mike?
Yeah, had one question about your being adamant about ZTLs.
Mm-hmm.
And do you prefer seeing anatomy sculpted in or block them with primitives?
The method in which you accomplish anatomy does not matter. What matters is that you accomplished it. So if you want to bring in forms and you want to bring in simple forms and you want to do it that way, then do it that way. If you want to come in here and you want to sculpt everything from a sphere, do it that way. Like it doesn't really matter. You just need to understand what it is that you are creating. And so if you can do that, I see no problem starting off with primitives. All right. So here we're going to bring this angle down a little bit, this gastrocnemius. And so now what we have is we have this apex right here for the rectus femoris. And I'm going through this really, really quickly. Like I spent many weeks on my work. So this is just really, really sketchy. It's not going to be anything final or anything absolutely amazing. I'm just going to push and pull things here and there. Okay, your pelvic floor needs to be a little bit more deliberate. You should have a fascia on each side of this. I'm not going to be able to sculpt every single muscle in here, or else with all the critiques that we got, we'll be here literally all day. Literally. Okay, your adductors are acting kind of weird. It should be like a pizza slice that fit right next to your sartorius. Okay, so you have your sartorius going here and around, attaching to the head of your tibia. So it shouldn't go in front of the patella ligament. Okay, so something like that. And then we're going to go over your iliac spine. So that's your hip bone right here. And your hip bone is kind of acting weird. And the reason is that your oblique is not constructed properly. So everything's flat here, whenever you should have peaks and valleys. Okay, so your oblique is coming from your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th rib here. And it's going to go over your iliac spine in the middle, and then it's going to come back up. And you're going to have that going back that way. And you can see, if you know this stuff, like the way it said best, Scott Eaton said best, anatomy is a puzzle. And the more you do the puzzle, the quicker you get through the puzzle, and the better you understand that puzzle, and the quicker you can get to what's really fun about all this. So, like anatomy is just a formula. It's the same math problem over and over and over again. So if you practice it over and over again, then you'll get through that problem a whole lot quicker, and you'll be able to actually express yourself instead of being frustrated with yourself in terms of like, I'm guessing this is here, I'm guessing that's here. Let me go find some reference art. Okay, that shadow's there, that shadow's there, but on this person it's over here, and over there it's on this person. So my course demystifies all that. Instead of sculpting shadows, you're going to be sculpting anatomy. So if you're interested in that, and especially if you're a character artist, you definitely should, because it's kind of like being a musician and not knowing music theory. So, oh, I just put my fingers on there and that's it. That's not going to work in a professional area. All right. So here you have too many abs. Okay. This is your false ab that I'm sculpting in here. All right. This isn't really an ab. You have a 2-pack and then a K, but you can see how vertical this is. So you actually need to put a little bit more here, and you're not going to have a split generally with this keg down here. Okay, and then you probably want to have a little bit more asymmetry in this so it doesn't look so digital. All right, you have your abs here, and then you have this aponeurosis that is going to split your obliques from, your obliques from your abdominis rectus here. Okay, here after taking my course, you'll understand where these are actually placed and their size and where they go afterwards and where they attach. Okay, so I would definitely do that. Fix clavicle. Probably fix that a bit. And so a little bit more of the 3 heads. You have your clavicular, your sternal, and your thoracic here. Just a little bit more. This is going over the bicep, which is good. You need your chromium process here, which is going to be a connection point for your traps, for your shoulder, for your scapula, all this stuff. So your scapula needs to go down at about 30-degree angle and then just go straight down, right? And you're going to have a little tendon right there. And this does not connect up there. It connects underneath your armpit here, and this is called your teres major. It should be going all the way over here. All right, I'm not going to resculpt this so it goes there, but that's where it needs to be, because all this stuff is going to your tricep when it should be going up into your shoulder joint. Okay. But that's what I would quickly, because we do have a lot to go through, quickly just some pointers on that. So
you got a quick question from Doug. He said, what resources do you recommend to learn anatomy?
Of observation, my course, Ryan Kingsland has a good like foundational in terms of just shapes. You have the Anatomy for Sculptors book. You have any medical illustration will help you as well in terms of understanding its origination and insertion. And then Scott Eden as well. Mm-hmm. So let's pull all this back and let's see what you brought in. Okay. So you can see a little bit more natural. Obviously, I would spend probably about another 20, 30 minutes on that. But you can see your abs, how it's coming out, and you don't have the pelvic floor. This one's now has a little bit more dimension to it, and the obliques are coming from the correct space. Your fix your clavicle. It's going down. It should be going across. And if I had more time, I would have spent a whole lot more time on the arm and all that. But hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. Okay.